Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First and 10, and they've got three tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Right to the air is Willis. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, the ultimate result was an incomplete pass. They sure look like a well-coached team because once he got outside of the pocket, the scramble rules come into effect. And a lot of the guys who ran deep routes, they come back closer to the line of scrimmage. And the running back usually runs a check down. He took it deep, and they gave it a big shot and came up unsuccessful.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Willis now off play action. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Graham. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Faking the give, now Watson. And that is incomplete.
Partner, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Hines now on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And a nice gain at 21 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down. But if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground. And that they did that time for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. That's complete to his tight end, Sullivan. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Second down throw coming by Willis.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Watson. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, complete. That's Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. I got you, son. I got you, son. I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson.
And the Browns are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson is going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 45 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Watch the twist.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers' 2-yard line.
Chubb again, but he will go backwards as he stopped for a loss. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On 4th down, Watson. Flush to his right. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half.
And the Browns' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half. Willis throws another interception, his 3rd of the game.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick.
And the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10,
Willis.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Play action, Willis. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Watson off play action. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Stephon Sullivan.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers get a bit closer.
Boswell good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Steelers 7. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And, of course, this a critical game in regards to not just the division race, but playoff seeding as well. They are a game up, but a loss here could really muddy the waters.
And both of these teams want to clear things up about how they feel about each other and their standing in the league. Because these two teams, they've really been the cream of the crop in their division. So this game, it's been looming on both of their schedules.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. Up the middle, it's Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
19 right. Go quick. 19, 18.
1st and 10, it's Willis.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a bad first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Willis now off of play action.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question, because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people.
He's got a man complete. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to let it go again.
And oh, he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's 1 step in the proper direction.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's Graham again with the catch, just like the last play. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the red zone now, Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame.
And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Willis. They'll find the tight end Sullivan complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Hines.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
2nd and 11 now.
the 26-yard line.
34's the mic, 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him, check him. I'm on.
Here's Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out. Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly And
now here is another interception.
picked off by Greg Newsome. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about